welcome to episode 84 of 15K Plus Random Movie Reviews, the podcast where we take a random movie from Metacritic's all-time movie list. This is Colin.
And this is Niall.
And this is random movie 16,267, so we really are 15K Plus this episode.
The plus, very much the plus.
Plus. This is a movie called Rollerball from 2002. 1 hour and 38 minutes. Metascore of 14, user score of 3.4. Had a budget of 70 million and took in a box office of 25.9 million. Director that has had pedigree: Die Hard, Predator,
Red October, Die Hard with a Vengeance. This lad knows how to direct an action movie. Sometimes he doesn't hit the mark, though. Unfortunately, Last Action Hero, way better than this. And this is the lowest, I think, of his movies that I had to look through. It's a doozy, all right.
Yeah, it's a stupid enough premise that there's a roller blade sport that's sort of like mixed martial arts and, I don't know, rugby and stuff.
I described it, I wrote down here, it's a kind of combination of dodgeball and Running Man.
Right.
But not nearly as good as either of those movies.
It's just not interesting enough, and the way it's shot, you just don't see anything, and you just see rollerbladers just trundling along, and then motorbikes, and it's like, what? How does the motorbikes even work? Like the size of the arena is probably the size of an ice rink, even smaller. I just don't know how they ever actually. Yeah.
So to get some sort of context in this, I watched a couple of clips from the. This was actually based on a 1975 movie, I think, with James Caan as the lead actor. And the arena they had in that was like 20 times bigger. Right. So it kind of made a bit more... It was still stupid, obviously, but that movie was much better received. But yeah, this is a tiny little arena.
It's terrible, and just the entirety of the show, every time it shows the sport, it's just not exciting. There's a lot of close-up shots where you don't actually get any form of movement or anything. Like, you're pretty much trundling along.
None of it makes any bloody sense. The rules don't make sense. The sport didn't make any bloody sense. Like, yeah, as you say, motorbikes and people on rollerblades. Well, yeah,
and like,
why not just let the guy on the motorbike do everything?
Yeah, just run people over.
Yeah, like the guy's running around on skates. You're an idiot. You're just gonna get melted by a motorbike.
Yeah,
stupid.
The entirety, the entire crux of the movie is centered around this sport, and the sport is not interesting, and they can't make it interesting. So I read in the trivia today that the initial script, everybody loved it, but McTiernan said, no, we want to film more of the actual sport and make it a lot like wrestling, have all the characters dressed up and stuff.
Yeah, he really lent into that one, and he really screwed the pooch, because it is very much to me like dodgeball, and how the different teams had themes. It's daft. It's stupid. It just made me annoyed every time a new team came along and they were doing a different dance, and all I could see was Cobra, lasers and blazers and Globo Gym.
Yeah, and I read that every one of the enemy teams were just the same actors in different outfits.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, which
that's about right.
Yeah, that's about right. So I read today that there was a lot of controversy around this. He got thrown into prison for stuff that he did during the production of this movie. John McTiernan. Yeah, so he wiretapped his production or his producer. I don't know why, and part of a bigger scandal, and he was sent to prison for a year from 2013 to 2014. That's why we don't have a lot
for making this movie.
For making the movie, for his crimes against humanity. He was dragged to The Hague, the International Court of The Hague. But but I hear he's, from word on the street is he's producing or directing some sci-fi with Uma Thurman and Lawrence Fishburne called Tau Ceti Foxtrot, and who knows? It's supposed to be out in 2024, but not. Doesn't look like it's. I haven't seen any trailers or anything for it.
Listen, I love Uma Thurman, and I love Lawrence Fishburne, but yeah, if it's anything like this, Yeah, he hasn't really done much in the last few years, has he?
No. I think he was caught up in the whole going to prison thing.
Yeah. Like he has absolutely bangers in the past. Like, dear God, like Die Hard, Predator, dear God, beautiful.
Yes,
and then this.
We do laud those movies,
and we should. They're seminal. They were part of my growing up. And so many quotable moments from Arnie in Predator. It's just insane.
Yeah, so the actors involved in this are Chris Klein, he of American Pie. He plays John Earthen. Not really. Not Dungeons and Dragons.
No wings, unfortunately.
No.
See, Jonathan should get his own bloody movie, not this Jonathan.
Jonathan.
Oh, that bit at the end really wrecked my head.
Oh, it was stupid.
Anyway, we get to that.
Yeah. LL Cool J. So he plays this sort of wannabe ice hockey player who's sort of his buddy LL Cool J, Marcus. He basically comes and says, hey, there's big money to be made out in Asia with this rollerball shit.
Could we talk quickly about the opening scene or the pre-credit scene?
Do we have to? It's
just so bad. I need to mention it. It annoyed me immensely. Because they're doing some sort of downhill luge on roller, like extended or stretched.
Yeah. It's about as exciting as rollerball.
Yeah,
it doesn't look
it's
interesting
not that
at
fast. And I'm just looking at them doing it, thinking, you guys are just dumbasses. That's the introduction. Oh, he's a risk taker. He's a fucking idiot.
You kind of knew like straight away that the production and the direction of the movie was terrible because it basically was them lying flat like a luge on a whatever bodyboard or something going down, and
but it's poorly shot as well.
It's poorly shot,
really shit.
Yeah, and of course, though, for the entirety of the movie, you have this blaring, horrible, generic rock music. That is just terrible. And, obviously, let's put rock music, fast rock music, then that'll make everything exciting.
It absolutely destroys the movie. Not that it needed destroying, but this generic rock slapped on top with no teeth, with no character. It just makes it bland.
Yeah. Here's like I was thinking the first time I saw Chris Klein in this is going, oh, you're like Keanu Reeves, basically.
That's what I got written down here. Dime store Keanu.
yeah. Costco. No, what do you call it? That's I don't know. Aldi Keanu Reeves or Little Keanu Reeves.
Hey, don't knock Aldi or Little.
No, they do good stuff. But I heard that Keanu Reeves was actually up for this before.
Really?
Yeah. So they went for who looks like him.
Thank God he didn't take the role.
Well, Chris Klein is as good as
this movie
our friend Keanu is in movies that he shows his bad range of acting.
Yeah. Listen, Keanu's not known for his range.
No, we love him. We don't love Chris Klein because he hasn't really done anything that was worthy of our worship.
Listen, the difference between him and Keanu is when Keanu knocks it out of the park, it's epic. Whereas this guy does dick jokes in a movie that we watched as teenagers. That's about it.
Yeah, American Pie. Well, he obviously tried his best to get out of the American Pie thing to become an action star, but didn't work.
Just not the guy for it.
No. So LL Cool J, he grabs your man John Earthen, and basically the credits roll, and it's 4 months later they're in Kazakhstan doing Rollerball, and we basically from here on out we get shitty production and just garbage acting and just horribly edited scenes.
Oh, listen, one of the worst edited scenes I've ever seen in any movie. When he's introduced into rollerball. It's stuck in my head now. Where he backflips into the arena. It is just so piss poor how it's edited. It is just wrong. It's just cheap. It's like my kids produced a movie at their age they are now. I'd be like, well done, that's quite good.
Yeah.
But no, just no. It's awful.
Yeah.
Shocking shite.
They just can't make rollerblading cool. That's just the crux of the matter is.
That'll be cool. No, it really isn't.
It's kind of like Anakin Skywalker. I know I can do a flip or whatever when he's pod racing.
Yeah, it doesn't add to the coolness. I'm sorry.
No, but so like we get all this. It's an assault on the senses, but not in a good way at all. We get this rollerball TV, and we get a whole range of narrators, or whatever you call them, casters, and we get this sort of, and they're like a tool to try to make it exciting when it's not, because we have this sort of English speaking commentator who's going, oh, and he's hit constantly during the matches. And if you take him out of it, if somebody edited out that and then edited out the actual music as well, you would get one shit experience, even shittier than this.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awful. He's unlikable. None of it adds any tension or excitement to what you're watching. There is no excitement. You don't know what's happening with the sport. It doesn't. They throw a ball at a big copper dish. Well done.
Yeah, even the art of scoring is not exciting. It's like, put it into like a cage where, I don't know, I have no clue. Just
sharks with lasers are defending the cage.
Yeah,
I don't know,
it's just
something.
It's like a big sort of drum cymbal just hanging there, and it makes a big bong when they do it.
Yeah. You know what actually annoyed the crap out of me as well is like the ball is supposed to be a lump of metal, a round spherical lump of metal. You never get that feeling that is a lump of metal that you crush somebody's skull in with. It just looks like it's made of plastic. The way they hold it, the way they carry it, the way they throw it. There's no danger to it. And without that, what's the point?
Yeah, true. Like the entire, like I can say this many times, but the entirety of the way they shot the actual game sucks.
Because if there was some danger to it, like you see the way they lift the ball up like it weighs 2 grams. It should look like it weighs 5 kilos. It looks like, it should look the size of it. You should be able to crush a man's skull easily, just whack him. But it doesn't look like that. And when they pick it up like it's nothing. So, lads, there's just no excitement to this. It's just
no. And so let's try and talk about their attempt at character development. So like before the first game, and I'm not going into every scene in this movie, but I think we have to talk about the sort of character introduction. So like they've all got helmets on, so we've got no clue who's talking or who's saying shit. And the one very problematic scene I found was there's like a mentally challenged player on their team, and the way they introduce him is just terrible.
Tobo,
yeah. And it's just like, all right, Tobo, you ready? Say the line or whatever. And he goes, roar.
Yep. The least said about that, the better. It was just awful.
Yeah, so Rebecca Romijn plays Aurora in the team. She barely says anything. And there's later on, there's a sort of a exposition of her backstory, and it's just stupid and terrible.
Yeah, I instantly forgot what she said.
Yeah, I don't even remember what they were saying at the start of the first game or whatever. I don't even care about the actual when they played the game. It's just, you see, basically they try their best to make it exciting, because so in the middle they have all this cutscenes of cash flowing in, so there's a gambling emporium around this, and this is when we see Jean Reno as Alexis.
What are you doing, Reno? You absolute gimp.
Well, John McTiernan had some back catalog quality, so I'm guessing a lot of these people wanted
he wanted to be in the next Die Hard. I get that. And maybe he read the script and went, oh, maybe this guy can make it work. And no.
Yeah, so he's got his right-hand man, Sanjay, played by Lost's Naveen Andrews.
Yeah. I was looking at him for a few minutes going, I know you.
Yeah. He was lost in this movie. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, so it's a very brain-dead storyline where obviously Reno Alexis is just, he wants to do anything for money, and the players get exploited for it.
See, there by itself is a concept you can make interesting. Corporate greed in sport. You can make that very, very easily an interesting subject, but how it's exposed and how is it, the exposition around it is so ham-fisted. It basically just says, and here's the corruption.
Right.
Great, thanks. What's the point?
And here's the deal as well. So, what's the character name? Hoban or the Toba?
Tobo.
Yeah, it's Toba or Toba, whatever. Doesn't matter. Toblerone. Yeah, I have more excitement watching a bar of Toblerone than
a lot of excitement.
So you have, again, we're idiot viewers, so we need to see the referee nodding to Naveen or Sanjay nodding to the referee, and the referee sort of going, all right, let's do something here. So Tobo gets smashed in the face with a ball. Now, right, okay. And then suddenly everybody stops and go, oh no, it was happening all game. Everybody's fucking hitting each other in the face.
Yeah, it's just the first time somebody got hit in the face without a helmet. But then there's a bunch of lads who have only got half helmets on, and they got smashed in the face.
Everybody getting smashed in the face. Later on, Aurora gets slammed by a fucking bike or whatever, and then she gets up and goes, oh,
she's grand, just walk it off.
Yeah. So now, now we have rock music revenge. We have Jonathan nodding to the band, and the band going, all right, let's play a bit of rock and roll here.
We're going to beat him up to the music.
Bullshit.
Yeah, absolute. Yeah. Garbage. And listen, the exposition and the stupidity of the corruption and how easily it's exposed to everybody, it gets worse now in the next scene, or the scene after the next, I suppose, where they have an after-game drinkies in a nightclub.
Yeah.
And Danny, the local hero who works down the mines, who actually is a character I've seen in, played by, what was his name? It doesn't matter. Danny.
No, it doesn't matter.
He was in the movie Predators. He's actually quite good in that.
Oh, okay.
He pulls out the helmet of Tobo and said, listen, his chin strap was cut.
Oh, no.
And this annoys me because there's no big reveal about the corruption or who's involved in the corruption to the main character. He doesn't find it out for himself. He doesn't investigate things. He doesn't have to do anything. It's just handed to him.
Right.
Here you go. Yeah. Somebody tried to kill Tobo.
Yeah.
Feck off. It's so annoyingly stupid.
Yeah. And it's just bullshit. He goes, Jonathan goes up to Renault's office and he goes, I'll look into it for you. Leave it with me. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'll take care of it.
Yeah. And again, that's stupid. And Jonathan just accepts that and walks off.
Yeah. And then he heads back and we have our generic sort of sex scene between him and Aurora. And then like they do the deed and it's like Aurora's going, and then this exposition is just annoying. It's like, oh, I want to be in the dark because I'm so ugly.
So effing annoying because I have a slight scar on my face. I'm ugly. Yep, shut up. Go away.
Also, it's terrible because she smashed the lights before they got together. It's like, fuck.
Yeah.
But I read there was a lot more nudity in this movie, and she had a lot more nudity, and then she's kind of went, no, just give me a scar and cut the nudity or something. It was something stupid like that. I didn't really.
I don't blame her. Like the nudity didn't add to this. Maybe could have helped to distract from the stupid freaking sport, but it wasn't necessary for this movie.
Yeah, but as well as that, they have no relationship other than this scene.
No, there's no chemistry.
There's no chemistry. There's no development of that either. So there is no real dialogue in this movie that sort of makes these characters develop and you care for them. There's nothing. Yeah,
because all that happens is she kind of jumps him in this scene.
Yeah,
and that's it. That's the romance.
There's no sort of are they, aren't they before this, or any sort of like just sort of I don't know anything, locker room scene or something.
No playful banter. There's no nothing. It's just.
No, because everybody
and they're doinking. That's the story.
Yeah, but everybody on the team are same wooden characters. They're mean and they scowl a lot, and there's no sort of depth to them whatsoever. Oh, and of course, after they're hanging out and they just check the TV and go, oh look, all the cameras are chasing after Tobo, so that means that they knew he was going to get hit. Oh no!
What does Jonathan do with this information? Not a lot.
Well, they go to Serg. They want to travel to Sergei, the TV guy. There's people rioting on the streets, so they can't get there. The car's firebombed,
and that wasn't really
explained
into it at all. It was she just drives a motorbike up for 10 seconds and drives it back down for 10 seconds. Says, we better get out of here now.
Yeah, and so like obviously this is their ham-fisted approach at trying to say, well, this. Which didn't work at all anyway, because, okay, I'm trying to explain this in multiple levels because every time I say something, I get into deeper shit. But they're trying to they're ham-fisting going, okay, there's social unrest. People that work hard are revolting against the people that have things.
To work that mines.
But yeah, that mines. But here's the thing. that confused me during it because every fucking match he played, they brought up this fucking Google Maps thing and just showed, oh, we're in Tajikistan now. So, and then we went to another country, but it's the same miners. It's like, so
they only paid for an audience of actors.
They should stop following their rollerball team around the world if they want to save money.
Yeah. I don't get how they compared Jean Reno's tyrant character to how they explained how he controls or bothers with Rollerball when he's controlling entire countries and all he seems to care about is bloody Rollerball.
Now, what he wanted was syndication in America. That was his grand scheme.
Yeah, but we're one TV program versus I own a country.
And I love the way during all the games where everything gets violent, it cuts to Reno laughing like a super villain. It's just so bad.
Yeah, like Dr. Evil.
Yeah,
he's just hamming it up, but it's not funny, and it's not intended to be funny, so it just falls so flat.
Yeah, and and they get jumped in Sergei's apartment. It's like, who was that? They ran away.
No,
they
just beat him up and then walked off.
Yeah, it's like, what did that even mean? Who was he? Doesn't matter.
Just meant they couldn't find Sergei.
Yeah, it's it's crap.
It is awful. Then we're off to Azerbaijan.
Was it Azerbaijan? Doesn't matter. It was Azerbaijan next. Yeah,
uncultured country. I think that was the whole point of it. Oh, there's no laws in here, all corrupt. And everywhere they went, it was somewhere like, dodgy place.
No. Yeah.
Really annoying.
And they just, it's bullshit because it's all about loud noise. They all drive these flashy cars into the arena and then crap rock music gets played and everybody's punching each other, and I keep on harking back. So why was the Toba thing so bad? Like, everybody's got half helmets, as you said. Not everybody's head is covered fully. Jonathan has just a friggin' ice hockey helmet on.
He's basically wearing a baseball cap. It's daft.
And then Pink is in the TV in the background.
What the F was that about? She must have got loads of money for appearing for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And none of her music was played.
No, it's just generic crap. I looked up the guy's name who did all the music, and he's done. I think he did. I can't remember, but he did shit.
Garbage.
He's done nothing good.
Slipknot appeared for 30 seconds.
That's right. Slipknot appeared later on. That was weird. Again, more just money thrown at the production.
And the music didn't fit.
No,
Slip's music didn't fit anywhere. It just kind of felt odd.
Yeah. And again, we have it's treating us like we're idiots. Like we're watching the game, and because it's not exciting enough, so they have to cut back and forth to the suits in the VIP box, and the ratings going low. All these digits are going lower and lower, and so that's when we have to make something happen here.
Because us idiots watching this, we can't figure out that the reason why they're doing all of the violent attacks on the players is to increase the ratings, because that would be far too difficult for us to grasp. It's, as you say, it's treating us like absolute bloody idiots.
So there's a little, there's again the nod and the thing, and there's shit goes down. There's like a riot happens, and there was a new guy who joined the team after Tobo disappeared. He kept going up to Aurora saying, "I'm the new guy." Which,
and it was so obvious what was going to happen to the new guy. He may as well have been wearing a red Star Trek outfit.
So then it's Mongolia.
Yeah, it doesn't bother. This guy gets absolutely mangled by the crowd or something, and then they're off to Mongolia.
Yeah, this is when Slipknot are here. Yeah, and then we get the backstory. Okay, so Sergei was found dead at the border. Whatever. And of course, at the start of the movie, before the first game, LL Cool J, Marcus is going, "You got your spine protector." Again, he's going, "Got your spine protector." You go, okay, so this is going to be a thing. The spine protector is going to be a thing in this.
It becomes important because later on he wears the spine protector.
Yeah, and it saves him.
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway,
the worst MacGuffin ever.
Yeah, LL Cool J goes flying out of the arena in this movie, which was fun to watch.
Kind of was.
In this game.
That's because he saves Aurora because some chap had cut her fuel line and set fire to the spewing fuel.
That's right. Yeah, and like this is the last straw for Marcus. Cool He's like going, we're out of here.
Yeah. I get that's fair enough. Somebody tried to kill you.
Yeah. But of course, Aurora and the other guy come in a friggin' flower van disguised. It's like stupid. I'm not a fucking moron.
Yeah.
And there's a really, really quick cut where it's just Jonathan and Marcus just in the van driving away. Then no transitions, no
sneaking out, no nothing.
No, it's just like driving away.
Yeah, this scene is next level shit. I'm sorry.
Which part?
They're driving away. They've had to escape the Russia plan, and they're in the car, and it's night vision.
Oh my god, it was so bad.
Fuck off.
I have never seen a movie where they've done this night scenes in night vision green. I've never seen it.
Pure and utter garbage. Rubbish.
It was like they didn't have the brains or the production quality to shoot it in the day and do the filters that make it look like night. No, they shot it at night and had to use night vision filters. Or night vision special lenses.
See, I'm not even sure they did that. I think maybe they shot during the day and then just greened it. Oh, look, it's nighttime. Yeah.
No. They just have
I
to
don't know
put
what
a blue
the hell they
filter
were
on.
trying to. It was just fucking awful.
Yeah, it was terrible. And of course,
Excuse my French, but damn.
They get thrown. They get chased, and then they drive out a motorbike out the back, and then.
Because that's the first thing you do when you get in the flower van to break somebody out of the country is to stick a bike on the back of your truck, because that makes sense.
And of course, Alexis and his gang are up on a cliff looking at them go towards the border, and the fire a rocket down, knocks them off the bike, and then LL Cool J fucks off.
What was what the F were they shooting at them though? Because it looked like sparklers. A sparkler cannon.
Fireworks. Way.
It was garbage. It was stupid. So they shoot the pair of them off the bike. They both fall because they were hit with a sparkler cannon. And they're like, oh no, the bridge is going up to the border with Russia. What are we going to do? We'll never make it on two people on a bike. So they have an argument, and LL jumps on his bike and goes, "Tra,
Chuck.
I'm off over the bridge." Yeah,
but
he makes the jump, and Jean Reno's like, "Oh, that was pretty good."
Shoot him. So he's sniped to fuck.
And I love how stupid trying to shoot somebody from about 2 kilometers away.
That's a huge gun.
With a huge gun.
Yeah.
At night. How stupid that is.
I just thought I was giving this movie a lot more credit than I did. I was like, he's probably still alive.
Motorbike.
No, I'm
going.
Motorbike
at night from 2 kilometers. Nobody makes that shot.
I'm going. Oh, he's still alive, and he's going to come back, and he's going to head back, and there's going to be a scene where Jonathan needs to be saved, and he'll come out of the shadows.
That would have been far too. I was going to say intelligent. It's not intelligent.
It's not that intelligent.
It's far too intelligent for this bloody movie.
It is. It's a stupid plot device, but this movie is stupider, so it doesn't. It didn't do.
There's no subtlety at all in this movie, and it's impossible for any subtlety to be included. That would have just been out of character.
Yeah. So listen, they grab up Jonathan, and so he's like going, listen, Alexis is going, just play till the championship's done, will you? And then Sanjay goes, listen, do it for the girl, will you, mate? All right.
Right, yeah, deadly buddy, yeah.
Yeah. So Jonathan goes, give me shares of everything, gambling, everything, and then trade Aurora away to whatever.
Of course, Lexi, being a very smart tyrant, goes, he's gonna just run on the first possibility because he said that for some reason.
So let's make this his retirement game. And let's put Aurora on the other team.
Snaky fecker.
Which doesn't really mean anything, because during the game starts off and she tries to help him out, but she gets tied up and she doesn't do anything for the rest of the team. the movie.
Yeah, it's weird.
All right.
There's absolutely no bearing, no, like she's got somebody holding her down, basically. That's it.
Yeah. There's no tension at all pre-match. Like, we're supposed to be feeling tension. Like, there's a slow walkout and everything. And it's like, I don't feel anything.
No.
Aurora, like, they try to ramp up the tension because Aurora sees some shit going on in the dressing room, blah, blah, blah. You know, it cuts to Reno laughing constantly. And then this probably fucking pissed you off too. It's like, the announcer goes, and so for this game, there's no rules. I laughed.
Yeah. What's beautiful about that is, like, it's obviously that somebody's going to die. But that doesn't make any sense in what Jean Reno is trying to do. His character, Alexei, is trying to get syndication in the States. That's not going to work.
Yeah. And again, this last match is just made me realize how bad they shot each game. It's like, the bikes are a terrible idea. It's like, it's the size of a friggin', I don't know, table tennis court.
Yeah, it's tiny. It's daft.
And we have this massive sounds of motorbikes, and there's just no excitement in the way they're shot at all.
Yeah, there was nothing good about this end scene, and it kind of ramps up where his entire team, where Jonathan's team, all get either injured or jump out of the way, and it's just him fighting everybody. He
got shanked, but he wore his protector.
Yeah, that was the, oh my God, the MacGuffin comes true. Oh yeah, he's very smart. He knew.
Yeah, of course. Sanjay is in the VIP box. And he's going, "Hey, this is getting out of hand." Blah,
maybe
blah, blah.
cut the feed, and Reno's like, let it play. Yeah, the Americans will love this.
Yeah, and so Jonathan says, "I'll give him a show." Punchies, lots of punches.
Yeah, none of it any good.
No, none of it at all any good.
I don't mind violence in movies at all. Sometimes it's quite enjoyable if it's well choreographed. I have no idea what was going on here other than every now and then punchies. It was NFL punchies.
Yeah, it was just,
ineffectual scuffles.
It wasn't at all. Yeah, it wasn't at all exciting as a culmination at all.
Yeah, garbage.
But of course, we have to cut to the crowd and our friend who loves Jonathan, and the security tries to shoot him out, or they shoot somebody, and then he just looks over and goes, "Jonathan."
Oh, that was Danny. So Danny, his coal miner friend / player, jumps up on the hoarding and starts shouting at the crowd, "They're gonna kill him! You see what they're doing? They're gonna kill him!" Or some such crap. He's dragged off the hoarding, and then he starts fighting, and then he gets shot.
Yeah, he gets shot.
What really grinds my gears, the local guy gets shot, Danny. So the locals all start cheering Jonathan.
Jonathan.
You
because
assholes.
He's the only one lying.
Absolute assholes.
They didn't know that guy's name like the rest of us. So no. So they started shouting Jonathan, and Shovel Boy with the shovel just sort of lays down his shovel. Like the guy who was going to shovel Jonathan in the head didn't bother. And then for some reason, I don't know if you noted this, but the jingle bells started jingling. He thought he was directing Die Hard again.
Oh, I missed that altogether.
Like when he goes after Alexis, and Alexis runs off he smashes the ball in Alexis's face through the glass.
Yes.
And at that scene, and from then on, little jingle bells are jingling.
Jingle bells.
Yeah, exactly. It was like, okay, I'm going to do an homage to Die Hard here, and I'm going to do these little jingle bells. It's like, in no way will this ever be a Christmas film. Stop trying to make your action movies Christmas movies. Again. No. So he throws a table into one of the security guys' faces and runs after Alexis, and Alexis can't shoot him in time. He shoots a desk, and then
Yeah, and then
everyone's revolting outside too.
Beat him up. Oh, all the players go mental and start killing all the
and all the exactly.
guards.
Yeah, there's this big, massive guard running down the alleyway, and this no offense to women or anything, but she jumps on him and he goes, "Ah!"
I know, but she had rollerblades on.
All right, okay. He looked like 3 times her weight.
That gives you superpowers, don't you know?
Yeah, it has to give you something because you look like a damn fool.
Yeah. Listen, and he kills our good friend Jean
Alexis.
Alexis, and the lost guy turns up to add us.
I'm lost. Can you help me?
Yeah,
Chuck.
Chuck, after a nice cup of tea, he says, "Oh, you should have killed. Made a deal with the other tyrant. That's me. Hey, I'm the real bad guy." And then he just gets shot.
Yeah, he does this whole shotgun thing, which is bullshit.
Absolute garbage.
And then he just falls asleep, and Aurora comes in and goes, "All right, want to go somewhere?" All right,
away from this effing movie.
There's just some sort of funky music happening, and then like the last line of the movie is Aurora going, "All right, take you home to my bed," and then it fades to black.
The end. Such
crap.
Garbage. Yeah, this is one of the worst.
Yeah. And I actually wasn't. I was thinking of the ratings, and I'm just going to give the same rating for each plot, acting, sound brackets, track, and production. I'm giving 0.25 for each one. Tell me your ratings.
I gave the plot 1.
1.
Because I think there's something you could have worked with in there around corruption and sport. But they didn't. But the plot, if it was done right, if you'd screenplayed it right, you could have. So I'm going to give that. Everything else, production, I give 0.5. I can't remember what it was. Actually, no, screw it, 0.25. That freaking night vision scene. It doesn't deserve points.
No, it's terrible.
I'll give the music 0.5 because that one Slipknot song is actually not terrible. It was just in the wrong place. Acting was amazing. That Stifler's friend was really knocked it out of the park here.
Stifler's friend.
Nah, the acting was pure garbage. LL Cool J is actually better than this, even though he's a terrible actor. It was just... And Jean Reno, dude, you were awful.
Yeah, I'd like to ask him that question. Well, LL Cool J was good in Deep Blue Sea, was it? As the chef in the...
Yeah, that was him, wasn't it?
Shark movie. Yeah, I just remember him like being scared in the kitchen when the water's rising.
So he can, every now and then do it. So he's not what I consider an epic actor. He has moments.
Rebecca Romijn was nominated for a Razzie, but didn't get it. I don't know why she got picked out. That's kind of like...
They were all...
Yeah, they're all bad.
Jean Reno deserved a slap in the face. I love him. I absolutely love him. And some of the stuff he's done is amazing. He was rubbish.
What are you giving the acting? You've just said it's crap.
Oh, God, it's hard to... Yeah, 0.25. It has to be. It's just garbage.
It is. It's absolutely
0.25. I think the plot, I'll leave it as I said. Music, as I said. Production,
0.25 you gave it.
Yeah, it is one of those movies.
Listen, I think there's lots of things you can change here. Obviously, you need to develop...
Just do a different movie.
Yeah, do a different movie. No, I think...
Take the script, burn it, write a new one.
As you said, there's something there. Don't make this... If you're not going to be able to film roller shit sports well, then don't do it. Change something up that you can
the sport
actually make work.
Interesting enough to be a main part. It basically was the main part of this movie.
Get rid of the motorbikes. Get rid of them.
Yeah, just the
rollerblades suck anyway.
Don't do anything rollerball. Just screw that. The sport doesn't matter. Concentrate on the corruption and sport element. That could be quite interesting.
Yeah, and character, it's a simple one, right? Main players character development. Players find out that they're being,
being killed for ratings.
Being killed for ratings. It's like Running Man in a sense.
Yes, it's a lot like Running Man. Only Running Man was actually very well done.
Yeah,
relatively speaking, anyway.
But try to make the course into sort of like a paintball-esque sort of size thing with different sort of, I don't know.
Understandable rules, meaningful rules, and the rules that I had managed to figure out from watching this movie were crap.
Yeah, you have
to ball at Copper Bowl. You
have to go around the lap twice, times though.
Yeah, holding the
before
ball.
You can score. Yeah, that was before the first game. The announcer made us all sound like idiots. Go, now the rules, don't you? Okay, here they are. Yeah, you can't score until you do 2 laps of the thing. There's a perspex tube up on the top you have to go through.
What? Yeah, what the F was that? What was that?
And you saw the people going through it, and it was like they had to crouch and fucking like just sidled through it. It was the worst excitement,
the most
in a game ever.
undramatic sports moment ever.
Yeah, exactly. It was so stupid. Yeah. You have to if you cannot shoot it.
That's number one. I don't know if you get the reference.
No.
There's too much to explain, but
Don't
Google
bother.
it.
Number what?
Number one.
No, is that Dodgeball?
No, it's a British comedy show.
Oh, okay.
It's a sketch. It was the most unintelligible quiz show sketch.
Oh, okay.
And it made just as much sense as this bloody sport did.
Anything else you want to say about? Let me read a review. Actually,
Oh, yes,
a couple
do.
of reviews.
I'm sure
Like
all
a lot
glowing.
of them. There's a lot of them have 0.
Is there any hundreds?
No, I don't think so.
Have it. I would love to see somebody give this 100.
Mark Savloff in the Austin Chronicle gave it 0. He said, bad and baffling from the get-go. Probably the only good thing that come out of this Rollerball is the boon it gives the porn industry in terms of another ready-made title to spoof.
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not that funny. He tried to make it funny, but it didn't work out.
Doesn't land like any of the comedy.
Highest is Michael O'Sullivan in the Washington Post gave it 70 out of 100.
What an absolute idiot.
Yeah, he said a turbocharged remake that should alienate no fans of the adrenalized 1975 original. Doofus.
What a turnip. Oh, God. No, that I suspect is a very controversial sort of take on this movie, in that he's an idiot.
Yeah, there's other 0 reviews. It's remarkably empty, remarkably noisy, remarkably pleasureless. It's unwatchable. A movie of such rank stupidity and appalling taste. Yep. Rollerball pushes the Hollywood action movie to stratospheric new levels of an incoherence, pounding at the senses. It's mashed story, character, time, and space into a chunky hash.
Yeah, and it runs for an hour and 30 or so. So there's plenty of time for them to develop some form of attachment to the characters. But when people died, I was like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, you gotta develop the characters. You gotta do it.
Yeah,
you gotta bloody do it. All right, well, let's just shovel this into the pile of shit it belongs. Fire
the ball of crap that this is at the copper bowl of rubbishness.
Didn't even deserve a connection to anything.
No.
All right. Well, let's roll for the next movie and see what we will get. And we get movie number 2286.
Mm-hmm.
And movie 2286 is The Color Purple.
Oh, which one?
Which one?
I think it was a remake.
The original, 1985. Steven Spielberg directed. Our friend Danny Glover, Whoopi, Oprah Winfrey.
I watched this movie way back. It's quite a good movie. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, it'll be tough. Yeah, it'll be tough. It's got a Metascore of 78 and a user score of 8.2. The short summary is in rural Georgia during the first half of the 20th century. Celia is married off to an abusive man after becoming pregnant by her own father, based on Alice Walker's Pulitzer Prize-winning novel. So don't expect the levels of vitriol and hate that we did for this episode. No. We can change it up a bit. We're not like that. So yeah, directed by Steven Spielberg, obviously. So we're going from one horribly directed movie to probably one that's quite sublime.
Yes. It's if I remember correctly, this is not a comedy.
No, it will not be a comedy. It'll be a drama.
A talkie, like that.
A talkie, yeah. All right, cool. Well, that'll be something. It's 2 hours and 34 minutes, so it's going to be a little bit more involved than Rollerball in more ways than one.
Yes.
Crunchy. All right, so if you like this episode and want to hear the rest of our episodes, please subscribe and share our podcast wherever you listen to it, and we will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Cheerio.